Ocean's Country Boy Quit School tells of a story of a young boy who had to set aside his dreams of education just to survive and care for his family. It is a story of a sacrifice, hardship, and love, things that are not just found in books, but in the real lives of many people. Today, I will share the story of my father. His name is Charlito, but people call him or sometimes Snow, a nickname that came from a favorite memory, but one that also tells of his hard work and devotion. He was a man known for being hardworking, kind, patient, and full of love for his parents and siblings. This is his story.
Charlito came from a very big family. In fact, they were 18 siblings in total. But life was hard and tragedy struck. Many of his siblings passed away when they were still in the belly of their mother. So only a few of them remained alive. To make things even harder, his mother and father separated and left all their children behind when they were still little kids, including my father. They were left to fend for themselves with no parents to guide or provide for them, only their neighbors, relatives, and friends. Even as a young boy, Charlito already had big dreams. He was smart and eager to learn. His greatest wish was to finish his studies, graduate from school, and find a good job. He believed education was the only way to change his life and lift his family out of poverty. He loved going to class, listening to his teachers, and imagining a better future. But in a life full of hardships, dreams were often just that, dreams. He was kind by nature, always patient no matter how hard things got, and he loved his remaining brothers and sisters more than anything in the world. He was ready to do anything just to make sure they were safe, fed, and okay. The poverty was stronger than his dreams. Their family had no money, no land, no steady income. There was barely enough food to eat each day, and school expensive. Uniforms, books, transportation were impossible to afford. Even though he wanted to learn and finish school more than anything, Charlito had to face the hard truth. Someone had to provide for the family. He was growing up fast, and he knew that as one of the older siblings, the responsibility fell on him. With a heavy heart and tears in his eyes, he made the hardest decisions of his life. He stopped studying, he gave up on his dreams, and finishing school so he could work and support his younger siblings. He traveled all the way to Manila, far away from home, to find work. He took every job he could find. No task was too hard, no work was too small. He did all kinds of odd jobs, anything just so he could earn money. Every peso he earned, he sent most of it back home, so his brothers and sisters would have food on the table, clothes to wear, and the things they needed to live. He sacrificed his own comfort, his own future, and his own education, all for the people he loved. Life in Manila was exhausting. He worked from early morning until late night, doing heavy labor and tiring work. There were days when he barely had time to rest or sleep. There came a fateful night when he was so incredibly tired and worn out from work that he fell into a deep sleep. So deep that he did not notice when the house caught fire. He did not wake up to the smoke or the flames because his body and mind were so drained from working hard every day. It was a terrifying moment, but God was merciful and kind. He was found and saved just in time. He survived the fire and he was alive and safe, but his skin was badly burned and marked, and he could never get back his original skin color again. From that day on, people started calling him Bubong Sunog, a nickname that carried the story of the terrible night, but also provider and a guardian at a very young age, just to make sure his siblings survived. His story shows us that even today, many young people still face the same struggle. Dreams of education are often put aside because of hunger, poverty, and the need to care for family. My father's life is a testament to being hardworking, patient, kind, and selfless. He lost his chance to finish school. He carried scars from an accident, but he gained something far greater: the love and gratitude for his family, and a life lived with honor and sacrifice. And now his story lives on, so we may value education more and always remember that the greatest love is often shown through the hardest sacrifices.